Hey, this is Ryan with One Board Family, and today I'm talking about Bugs on Rugs from Kids Table Board Gaming. This small box packs a lot of fun for families, and there's a lot of reasons why you would want to check this game out. Let me take you back to a simpler time. Remember when you were a kid and you used to collect bugs and you'd put them in a cup or a coffee can or just put them in a jar or some Tupperware, and then your mom or dad would yell at you and tell you to take the bugs outside. Well, essentially, you're searching for bugs and you're picking them up and trying to collect sets of them. So you've got the spider here, who is only worth 7 points if he eats a fly. This beetle right here is worth the most points if you can collect sets of even numbers of them. Each of these cards have special abilities and special scoring conditions that make this a lot of fun. What I love about Bugs on Rugs is that it's an open drafting system. So in the middle of the table, you're going to have all these different bugs to choose from, and you're going to draft them one by one as you go around the table. After everyone at the table has collected 2 bugs apiece during a round, one of the bugs is going to escape capture, and it's going to go to what they call the wall. This bug right here, this beetle, when it gets to the wall, it's going to make everybody pass 1 card to their left. This may really change somebody's hand or change the way that people are collecting because they may have been trying to go for the ladybugs. Ladybugs say that if you get 4 ladybugs, it's worth 25 points. But if you get any number other than 4, you're only getting a point apiece. That's a pretty harsh penalty, but I love this mechanic because everybody's watching and waiting and looking at what everybody's drafting. Are you going to have the most ants? Or am I going to have the most ants? Because if I have the most ants, they're worth 5 per ant. I love this. Each of these cards gives you a reason to why you should collect it. And each of the wall powers kind of changes the tide of the game. Now you may look at this game and ask, who is this for? Is this a kid's game? Honestly, this is a family game that adults have had a lot of fun with. We've had adults sitting around this table, drafting cards and then tossing cards off to the side to their neighbor, knowing that it's going to really mess up their hand. I love this open drafting system, and I love the way that the wall powers really change things for people. In my opinion, Bugs on Rugs kind of takes over Sushi Go's place on our game shelf. While Sushi Go may have been that casual set collection game that we bust out when friends are here, Bugs on Rugs is going to take that place. It's that solid of a game. Now, I will tell you, there are some complications with how Bugs on Rugs works. If you look at some of these cards, you may look at it and say, there's a lot of icons and I have no clue what that means. And you're going to feel that way for at least your first 3 or 4 games. As you get a couple games under your belt, you're going to understand the iconography really well, and it's going to make sense. But I'll tell you, the first 2 games, it was hard to understand the iconography. The good part is they've got a very handy rule book, very small rule book, that has all the descriptions of what each bug does and what each wall power does. Kids Table Board Gaming has done a great job of sharing exactly what each thing means, and there's been no debating or arguing about rules because everything's in this little booklet. Now, after a couple games, you won't need that booklet anymore. But I will tell you that it's hard to get your bearings those first 2 games. One of the things that I love about it is because this plays up to 5 players, you may wonder, well, is it bad at any of the player counts? Not really, because this end card is stuck into the deck at different points based on the player count. And you're going to stick this card into the deck where it says in a 5-player game, it's going to be basically in the bottom quarter of the deck. So as you get to the bottom, you're going to know that you're coming to the end at some point. All the players are anticipating, when is this going to end and can I collect enough bugs to take out my opponent in victory point? Bugs on Rugs is a solid release from Kids Table Board Gaming, and it might be one of my favorite set collection games on our family game shelf. Be sure to check out the full review for this game on oneboardfamily.com and watch for its release in spring of 2019. Until next time, we'll see you at the table.